Hello, welcome to this channel. My name is Oyet Patrick Charles. I am the president of the Union of Journalists of South Sudan. And I am a journalist, of course. You cannot be a president of the Union of Journalists if you're not a journalist. I am also a lawyer. And we would like to talk more about media and communications laws in South Sudan. So let's have a definition of, first of all, media laws. Media laws refer to regulation of the mass media, and that regulation includes regulating their production and also their use. And of course, the mass media, when we talk about the mass media, we've said regulation of the mass media, their production and their use. When we're talking about the mass media, we are talking about the traditional one first: television, radio, newspapers, and of course, now we have the new one, the new media, which is majorly associated to internet. And these include, of course, also the social media today. You have the social media, you have websites, and many others that are associated to the internet. So that is loosely the definition of media laws. Then also we have communications laws. Why media and communications laws in South Sudan? Because the communications law is very much connected to the media laws. But the communications laws refer to those laws that regulate internet use, they regulate television, they regulate also things like what they call spectrum. Spectrum is basically frequencies. If the military, for example, want to communicate, they normally have spectrum or a channel that is dedicated for them for communication. This is controlled by National Communications Authority, in our case in South Sudan, under the communications laws. If a radio needs a frequency, it is the National Communication Authority that will give you this frequency. That's why the communications laws are also very much connected to the media. Also, if you want a TV frequency, if you are broadcasting in what we call terrestrial, you are broadcasting on the ground, meaning you put masts, and then those masts transmit signal to TVs in the households. Then you need a frequency. You must be given a specific frequency. And this frequency is also given by the National Communications Authority in our case. So those are some of the areas that the communications laws regulate. Now, without going too much into the specific laws, we also have to take note of the fact that in South Sudan, the communications law and the media laws actually centralize regulation. The regulation of the media in South Sudan is done by a body created by an act of parliament, which is known as Media Authority Act, which was created in 2013. That act created a body known as Media Authority. Media Authority is at the national level. You do not have Media Authority for Lake State, Media Authority for Warab State, Media Authority for Upper Nile State. Media Authority is at the center, at the central government level. So that tells you that the media is regulated at the central level. Regulation of media is not decentralized. And you therefore cannot be a state minister of information and you regulate the media. This is not your job. The job is done at the national government level. The same thing to National Communication Authority. National Communication Authority was created by an act of parliament known as National Communications Authority Act 2013. This body regulates telecommunications, regulates internet, regulates frequencies in layman's language, but they are called spectrum, and I've explained what frequencies are and spectrum is. They regulate, including when an airplane is coming to land in Juba, what channel do they use, what frequency do they use to communicate. All these are regulated by the National Communication Authority. Now, the National Communication Authority, or regulation of communications, is also done at the center. It is not decentralized. It is done by the National Communication Authority. If a radio station is in Abiemnom, or is in Lair, or is in Agok, it will get its frequency from the National Communication Authority. It will not get from the state. So you find that regulation of the media, therefore, in South Sudan is centralized. And this is not only in South Sudan, in many countries, this is how the media is regulated. So let's end here for today. We'll discuss more about media laws going forward. Thank you for watching.